kind of structure of our workshop today is going to be deciding kind of what you want to build, brainstorming it and planning it. And then I'll show you kind of a walkthrough of the tool that I use, which is Base44. Um, so, first of all, in thinking about what you want to build, there are tons of just little ideas. So, I tried to come up with, if this was your business, what would be some ideas of what an app that you might want to create? Now, if you already have something in mind, just run with it. If not, these would be some fun little ideas of something that you could do. So, like if you wanted to create a quiz where people take as a lead magnet, maybe you're going to ask them a few questions and it would send them the results. If you wanted to make a dashboard that has some of your business ideas, maybe if you've ever have a course that you've run, one small piece of it that you perhaps want to give away for free. So you can use it as a lead magnet, or you can use it as a tool that is going to be part of your membership. Again, the opportunities are really endless. So I want to show you just a little bit about some of the apps that I have created with others. Some of these are hyperlinked in here. This is under the showcase tab. So this was one I just kind of wanted to test it out and see how it might work. This is called the Black Friday Blitz, and it was a tool that I created to have some interaction. So I made these little characters. So this was Sandy Claus, and she would help you to brainstorm your ideas. And then Ellie the elf is going to help you to plan it. Can you tell my elementary school days are kind of coming out with with these characters? Um, Chris, the content Kringle, so he'll make content about your Black Friday offer. So if any of you want to throw together an offer at the last minute, feel free to test this one out. But basically, within here, you can embed AI to do different tools. So, like this one is a brainstorming session, and this is going to be like an interactive tool that helps you to come up with your offer. Um, so that one is the Black Friday Blitz. This one was one, and I always like to think like, what is the problem that we want to solve for our users? Like you have to start there. So this one was just a fun one. I was like, every Friday night we're trying to decide where do we want to go for dinner. And I'm like, what if I made an app that would be programmed with information about St. Louis? Obviously, that's where I am. And I could come in here. So this app is designed to be programmed with different restaurants in the area. And you can just spin a dice and then decide where we're going to eat. And so it'll give you the information. You can view it on Google Maps. You can mark as visited. You could have favorites that you save. So like these are some ones that I want to try. So again, in thinking about any of the systems that you do over and over in your business, you could create an app for that. And if your mind isn't blown already, I'm sorry, but we are going to go over so many ideas. My goal is to just get you thinking about one. So don't be overwhelmed by all the things, right? Um, this was one that I did with a client. She had a course and she was like, this course is kind of dead. People used it for a while, but it's really around organizing. And she's like, I have a group of over 3,000 members, but it's just not very active. And so what she did is she like reinvigorated her her course. And so she created an app on decluttering and then gamified it and put just little elements. So the content is the same. She included her videos and her main ideas, but then made a game out of it. So, like this one, she added a timer in there so they could focus on decluttering, and there was a little checklist. Um, she put her training videos. So anytime you have things like on YouTube or Loom or anything, you can add those links in there. Let's see. This is using images. So you can upload images and even have it for hers. It was like upload a photo of a space that you need to declutter in your home. And then it would offer suggestions on what space, what you might want to do with the space. Thinking about progress trackers. What are some ways that you might track progress? You could add a reflection journal in there. This is one of the projects that I'm working on with a client, and she does where she does interviews and creates questions for like when companies are looking to hire. And so we made kind of like a little workflow, like first they're going to do their candidate profile and the AI helps them to develop that. Then they're going to create the job post, come up with interview questions. This one's going to take the interview and summarize it. And then this will do a market analysis. So it's kind of like her frameworks in an app. And then I'm in a group with Molly Mahoney, and she creates, I mean, just tons of them. But basically, this is a star task tracker, and it has all of the pieces of her frameworks. And then you go in and check it each day with your goals. So, like, set your intention for the day, talk to humans, ask for opportunities, get referrals. So, a way to kind of think about the things that you are doing on a daily basis. So now I'm just going to pause and see if that has come up with anyone some ideas, of what you might be thinking about trying. Um,
I have a
so,
question.
yes,
This is Sandra. So I am looking at you on my other screen.
yes,
So
totally fine. I
um,
know. I'm like, oh, where do I
I
look?
know, I know. If I move you over here, then I'm looking at you right here. So, anyways, I noticed that like when I'm in, I've had a little experience. So when I'm in Cloud Artifacts, when I'm in Manus, when I'm in, I checked out a little bit about Base 44. They all have that same look, the
Yes,
same icons.
yes.
Is Base 44 able to change that at all? And is it because it costs more credits to do that?
Yes. So let me tell you a little bit about Base44, how it works. And if anyone is interested, there's a free trial and I'll show you the link. Of course, I would love it if you'd use my affiliate link because I'll get some credit.
Right.
But it is actually so amazing because you can literally take a screenshot. If you find a website and you love it, and it's because a lot of times you're right, Sandra, like it looks almost like they all look the same, right? And they have that same kind of
Yeah,
feel.
like almost cartoony. It's not professional as much.
Yeah.
You kind of know when you're in the
Yeah.
business because I teach AI like you do.
Right. And so what I found is if you give it images of what you like and what looks nice to you, it can replicate that. So what I often do is I'll take a screenshot of a website and I'll say, before we get started in building, I want you to make it look like this so that it will replicate that style. And also, there are templates on Base44. If you find that you're like, I like this template, you can start there before even building. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so I think it's really important as you're kind of in that phase where you're thinking about what you want, what kind of feel do you want out of your app is a great idea.
And did you build all the ones that are in your showcase?
Yes,
So at some point, whenever, if you decide to share, uh, because I'm sure some of us are wondering, like, obviously, you only get so much for free. And then
right.
it's like, how much does something like each one of those cost
Yes.
to make it? And then what does it cost for a user to use it? Those are some of my questions with Base 44.
Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about that. So, how it works is every time you give a command to Base44, that counts as a credit. So, it's really important when you're first starting out, and Rhonda can testify that you'll get addicted and you'll be like, well, here's my entire paycheck and you can take every bit of it. And that's
Yep.
and then some, right? Because what happens is you're like, oh, wait, what about this? So I'm also going to give you a tool today where it will help you to really get clear on the concept of what you first want to create and then the style of how you want it to look, because both of those obviously want to go together. And so the more that you can solidify all of that before building, it will be
Mhm.
less credits in order to use. So they have different tiers and different plans. There's a free plan that gives you 25 credits. So that'll allow you today to just get in and play. And I can see by your face, Sandra, you're like, yeah, that's not going to get very far. However, they do have it where you can just start off with, upgrading slightly for a month and then, as you need more credits, you purchase those.
Is it your favorite out
It
of Manus, Claude?
it is. Now, I haven't really used Manus, and I did
Okay.
sign up for Jonathan's training because I want to learn that
Yeah.
as well. But what I like about this is because I am not, I mean, I have actually learned quite a bit in just a couple months of like
Yeah.
the coding and on the back end and like what am I even looking at. And so as you play you'll develop that sense, but as far as knowing, a lot of people will use, let's say, Firebase and different all different kinds of tools. And I found that I just want the all-in-one. Like I
Yeah.
want to be able to tell it
Yeah.
what to do, but I want it to function. And I also want to have the capability to put it behind a paywall if I want to
Yeah.
charge for it. And so
Okay.
all of that can be done in Base 44.
Perfect. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're
That's why I'm
welcome.
here. I was hoping it was an all-in-one everything if
It
you want.
is, and it
Because I don't have
hosts
to
it.
deploy it. I tried that once.
Yeah, it
Yes.
it, it and for someone who has just even a little bit more expertise than me, they would say use this tool or use this tool. But I've just found that this handles everything. And then what is also nice is if you integrate your own open AI key, it'll
Yeah.
use that rather than having to enter um, you know, uh, but it also does have the capability, if you don't want to do that, that it can pull credits when people are using the app. And I'll explain more as we get there and the
Okay.
difference
Great. Can't
between them.
wait. Thank
Yes,
you.
you're welcome. Okay, and I think someone had, let's see, Martin, do you have a question? Yes. Hi.
Hi, Martine.
Oh, Martine, I'm sorry, I'm
It's
messing
okay. No, everybody
everybody's name
says
up.
Martin, so it's no problem. So, I don't really care what it looks like. My clients are athletes and executives. They don't care. Like, just give me something that works. So
Yes.
I have an accountability program and breath work that I do with athletes and entrepreneurs. So I can just put my videos and my handouts and create
Yep.
like stuff so that they can fill out for accountability and all that every day.
Yep. And it'll save it. So you'll have like you
Oh,
can
it saves
create,
it.
yes, yes. So you can create let's say like a dashboard for the manager like you, to be able to see like who's using the app. You can structure it to how many minutes are they on it, are they coming in and logging in, if you wanted that accountability piece to be able to check in to be like, hey, you said you were using it but you're not. um
So does it show up as like an app, like where they hit the little button on their phone and it goes straight to that?
So it's more of a web-based tool.
Okay.
However, just like in any website, you can make it an icon on the phone, but it's not going to necessarily be an app in the App Store, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yes, you're welcome. And then I'm not even, I'm going to say Pavitra, but I don't know if that's correct. Yes. Okay.
Hi. So, two of my questions you've already answered. The analytics there, and then it will be you can make it a progressive web app. It's not a native app. So these are the two questions that you've already answered. The one question I do have is, you know, I love cursor, but oh my God, when it gets to a problem area and I don't understand code, I'm not a coder, I'm just a designer, it just takes me in circles. I tried to fix it for 2 weeks and I gave up, and it's been 3 months and I've just not gone back to the project. So,
Yeah.
how good would, Base 44 do you go to Claude to say, hey, look, I'm having this problem a couple of times. Can you help me fix it? And then you come back to Base 44 and say, let's try this.
So what's super cool about it is it has a conversation mode, and I'll show that to you in a moment, where you can actually turn it on discuss mode. And you can have a conversation back and forth without it changing or doing anything to the code so that you make sure it has a clear understanding of what you really want it to do before it actually starts, coding. And then, as Rhonda can attest to, we do have conversations back and forth, just like what you're talking about, with Claude sometimes to say, okay, I have tried this 5 million ways. And then I will copy the code and then paste it there. And so I'll show you that strategy as well. But usually it's pretty good about resolving the issues and problems when they arise.
Okay. Just
If that,
one more little thing. I'm sorry,
yeah,
guys.
that's okay.
So I had used Bolt, and on Bolt I built 4 projects. And when they raised the prices, I downgraded because, well, I couldn't really afford it. It was still paying credits, but I downgraded. And because I downgraded, they deleted all of my bills like that. There's no warning, no nothing, like months of my hard work down the drain. So, and they were proper functional, like I had Firebase set up, I had Superbase set up, I have everything done, and then gone, finish. So, do you know of a problem like somebody might encounter with this? Because I am very wary of these tools after putting in so much of hard work and them being
Yeah,
thrown out like that.
that would absolutely be so frustrating. I don't know the answer to that. However, there is a Discord community that is very active, and I'm
Okay.
sure that we could put your question there and someone would be able to answer it. Um, but I also know too that to have some of the back end features, if you're going deeper, you do have to have a builder account and to be able to turn on those back end features, if that makes sense. So I don't know the direct answer, but
No, you answered. Thank you very much.
okay, you're welcome. Okay, so let's see now if you have a problem that you think you want to create an app for. Let's start there. Does anyone want to share something they're thinking about? Yeah, Martine, let's hear it.
I just need an app because I give people like breathwork sessions, so I have them on YouTube, and it'd be great to have just one place, like when I write a new one, and then I have stuff like on Google, on what is it called, Google Drive, so they can log
Uh-huh.
there. So
So
um,
just a nice space where everything is together.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Stephanie, you mentioned something.
Yeah, I work as a couples therapist, and I think it's useful for people to have a place to do some early discernment on whether couples therapy is useful, or discernment therapy is useful, or divorce is useful.
Okay. So almost like they would answer some questions to help them decide like which avenue we want to start exploring.
Yep.
Okay.
I needed those questions before I got married, Stephanie.
See, Martine, you are a perfect candidate.
I love
Well,
27 years ago.
I actually run a UX audit consultancy, like mostly for founders. So one of the things that I am building on is a quick win or a audit checklist. So, people get access to it's like very simple, very basic, quick win audit checklist. And that is probably something I can build. I have a PDF. It'd be great to just convert the damn PDF into like an app that, people have access to. They don't have to carry paper with them. It's interactive and everything.
Yes. And also to build on that too, be thinking of ideas because you can set it up where you just ask for their email when you're getting started. You could, the login
Mm-hmm.
feature. And so that's another way to kind of collect leads and be able to, you know, get them into your network.
Cool.
Anyone else? thinking? Okay. Well, I think that, starting with the problem that your user's facing, and then also thinking about how you're going to share it or disseminate it. So, with your social networks, are you going to want to collect emails? Is that important to you? Or do you just want it to be free to anyone? Do you want them to fill out the information and then have it email something to them? Those will be important while we're building. And then also capturing feedback. So, like having a few people test it out before it goes into the wild is also important because you can really get information to make it better. So if you think about it of like iterating in stages, and I know, like Rhonda just did a beta and she had people give her just some general information to make it better before she launches. Those are just some other things that I've learned to kind of, um, you know, put in the back of my mind. So, what I'd like to show you now is actually how to start planning. So, I'm going to share my screen again. So, in here, under the tab that says brainstorming and planning, um, this is the link I'm going to show you is called Idea to App Prompt Generator GPT, and this is Molly Mahoney. She did give me permission to use it as long as I shared some information about her program. So there you go. If you'd like any more information, but this GPT is awesome because it allows you to really think about what it is that you're building and then get all the parts that you'll want to include. So I'm going to launch this GPT tool. And if you want it, it's just right there. And it's called Idea to App Prompt Generator. And so I'm going to run you through exactly how I would come up with the ideas of what I'm going to create. Okay. So for right now, I am actually, and I'm working on this as we speak, nothing like the last minute, but my idea is that I want to create an app that is for the 12 days of Christmas. It is going to be an app where each day users get a free tool from me. That's all I know so far. So I'm going to push enter and it's going to ask me some more questions. A festive, generous countdown. Okay, so let's see. I want it to unlock each day automatically starting December 1st. They need to log in. I will select emails on the login screen. What else do I want it to do? They will be related to marketing tools, marketing on social media, and holiday themed. Maybe with a challenge each day. That sounds fun. I'm literally making things up as we go here. Perfect. Okay, a holiday countdown challenge app unlocks a new tool, requires login, social media. Okay, this is for everyone. The goal is to increase my leads and only need user access for now. Okay, so let's vibe check the brand of this tool. What kind of mood should your app give off? Magical and whimsical, focused and empowering. Let's go with festive and fun. That might not be for everyone, but I like a good elementary school background. Hi, Colin. Okay, and it can feel the jingle bells already. Perfect. Friendly, direct, and empowering is lovely. If you have a like a company brand that you want to upload, you can also put that in here. Okay. And then any colors and fonts. For this, I'm going to say holiday themed, but if you want to use, your brand colors, certainly you could do that. I'm going to say no emojis because like we've discovered, it loves emojis. It also loves the color purple. So if you don't like purple, you better tell it straight away because it will automatically use that. And then the actual images, if you find of what you want, we'll put those on Base44, not here in ChatGPT necessarily. Colin, if you want, I'm going to put, if I can find the chat, here's the link to the tool we're looking at. Okay, so any frameworks that I want to include, and I would say for now, just helping. Actually, I'll say I'll include those details later. And the reason being is I only want it to build the shell for now, and then I'll go back and implement by putting each of those boxes. But I am going to tell it that I want to see a grid of 3x4 gift boxes on the front of it. We'll say on the home page. That's probably helpful. The more information that you can feed to this, the better off you'll be. If you have a lot of things like videos or things like that, this is not necessarily the place to do it. And we'll say no for now. And so what this particular app is doing is gathering like the framework of what we want to have our system do. You could certainly just use ChatGPT, but this knows kind of the output of what it needs to be looking for. So it tells me the core features, the user flow, the data structure, automations, and then rules. And here's the design layout and brand, voice, and tone. Now, if I really cared, I would actually go back and read everything that it says here. But for the purposes of right now, I'm going to trust that it's awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. Okay. And then I'm going to show you the vibe coding tool that we're going to explore is Base44. Now, again, this is my nice affiliate link. If you want to use that, super great. If not, totally fine too. But you will come to this screen here, and basically you'll sign up, for an account. I'm going to go ahead and go into mine. And then when you're here on this main screen, I just want to point out a couple of tools for you. Under the resources, that's where I mentioned there's a Discord community. So if you want to join that, because sometimes you might get stuck on something and you might be like, I don't know how to do this. And ChatGPT or whatever is not giving me the right answer. So you can go on there and there's tons of people who have, shared their expertise. They have a blog. They also have app templates. So under product, if you if you click app templates, it will show you some that are already out there that people have created. So even just to get inspiration from, to be like, oh, that's kind of cool. So you can come in here and if you like, see, you gotta love purple. And then I think what was it, who was saying about Sandra, like maybe you want it to be a little bit more contemporary, so you can see that those are the possibilities. They even have a place where if you wanted to sell, you can now sell on here your templates. So that's just another idea of some revenue ideas. Um, but anyway, without further ado, we'll say start building. And literally all you have to do is in this box, paste what you got from that conversation that we had over on chat. So I copied that, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste it. You can also add, like there's a plus sign, you could upload files here, you could upload images, or if you even say, here's the how I want the website to look, you can paste that there as well. Okay, and are you ready for this magic? All we have to do is push this beautiful little orange icon and the magic is going to happen. So now what you're looking at is I'm in the app that it's building for me. And on the left-hand side is kind of like where this conversation is happening and it's doing the work. Okay. So we're going to let that build for a second and I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to ask if you have any questions so far about what's happened or ideas or anything.
Yes, Angelina, it's me, Lethea. I do have a question. So
Yeah.
when we build, we could also put in the prompt in terms of including our branding colors and anything that's more aligned to our style so that the people who would be accessing the app would also see it's a part of our brand. Because I have a few ideas. It's just more about which one I want to start with first, but this seems very user friendly and
Yes.
I am definitely intrigued by it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I would say is even because I tried to kind of match my own web page with, the app that I shared with you there. And you can take screenshots of your homepage and say, mimic this style and color, and
Mhm.
then have it will just automatically know, what you're
Mhm.
interested in. You can also upload, and I'll show you this in a bit, but if you want your icon, your logo on there, all of those features, you can just show it images and it
Mhm.
magically does it.
Okay. Thank you.
And also, and this was an idea that Rhonda and I explored. I ended up creating my entire website. I vibe coded the whole thing. I was like, I don't have time for this. I know GHL is fast and I can do all these things and whatever, but I want speed and I just want something. So I'm gonna put that link in there and you can see you may have already seen it because you might have registered for the class that way, but I'll put it just so you get the idea of like you can make anything. So even if you make a little app and you want to make a landing page, and
Oh, wow.
that's exactly what Rhonda did. She said, I have an app. I want to make my landing page. And so there you go. She built it.
Yeah, because I just actually joined GHL and I'm redoing my website and everything. And so that's what I'm already strategizing for like quarter two of 2026. And
Yeah.
so I'm trying to really streamline everything, make things at that next level as I pivot, revamp, not rebrand, but just as more ideas come to life. So,
Yes.
yeah,
And have it be cohesive. And
exactly.
one of the things, and I haven't had time to play with it yet, but I know Gemini, of course, everything it comes out and it's like this and then this and then this. And so, but literally you can take the code that it gives you, copy it, and then paste it over on GHL and not have to do all of that dragging and manipulating. So
Mhm.
that's just another idea too.
Okay.
Okay, now you guys, that wasn't even enough time for us to answer one question and my app is done, but I want to see if there's any more questions before I show you. Okay, are you ready? And now you may look at it and you may say, that's terrible. I don't love it. Okay, but just remember that was only one of your 25 free credits. Okay, so here we go. And here is my gift grid. Each day unlocks a new social media marketing tool. Check back daily to collect all 12 gifts. Oh my gosh, it even came up with the ideas. I love it. So now I don't have to come up with stuff. Oh, get out of here. It actually did it for me. Be still. Stop it right now. Okay, that's freaking amazing. I was thinking I was telling it, oh, don't make up the stuff. I'll come back and input it all in there, but it actually did it for me. Okay, not bad. Any thoughts? Like, what are you amazed or are you not?
I
Is
think
any
that's very cool.
right?
I want to steal your idea now.
I know. 12 days of travel with Rhonda.
Oh,
Can you?
people
Angelina,
couldn't handle traveling 12 days with me. I can barely handle it myself.
I love it.
Angelina, how do people get access to this? Do you have to then plug this into your website, or like, how does this
Nothing.
become
Let me
public?
tell.
Like, yeah.
Yes, that because that's the next step. Now, I'll be honest with you. I'm not. I don't love how it looks visually because I'm just kind of silly that way. So like I'm gonna go now and add some cute little graphics on top of this. But man, that was a great start, right? So just to explain now what you're, am I sharing my screen?
Yes.
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 Okay. So let me talk to you a little bit about what you're seeing so you understand the layout of it. Okay. So here on the left, and I will answer your question about how people get access. Here on the left is like your conversation, it's your chat. What's amazing about this, a couple of different things I want to point out. They're even giving you suggestions about how now you can turn this up and make it even better. They're going to give you, hey, do you want to enable some CRM integrations? Do you want to add a social sharing feature? They'll give you suggestions on how you can even improve your app right there. You just click on them and do it that way. Some things down here to kind of be aware of. This plus sign allows you to pull in files. So I am ridiculous about doing screenshots, and I'll just screenshot and say, make it look like this, and I'll give it the screenshot. If you want to do a discuss mode, you can say turn it on and then have it chat back and forth. And that only uses a third of the credits. Okay. So if you're wanting to kind of brainstorm back and forth with it, that's how you would do it. Now, to make this, that iteration of it took 1 credit. That's it, 1 credit, because I gave it so much information before I started, right? And then each time I talk back and forth to it, it would be another credit, unless it's in discuss mode, and then it's a third of a credit. Okay, feel free to just shout out because I'm scared I'm going to miss your question.
Okay, this is Sandra. Okay,
Sandra,
so I was looking at two different places here, so you have to forgive me here. I love it. I really like Pavitra's question. Can you make sure that they only get to open one on each day, number one, and number two, how many so what you did for your 1 credit, which blow my mind,
right?
are those all functional right now, or is that your
They
next
are.
level?
I was not
Shut the
expecting.
door.
I know. I was not expecting them to be, but they are. It without me even telling it like what I want you to do, right? So now I can go
I
in.
want to copy your thing and use it for my members for a
Girl,
fun
I'll
little
share it with
experiment.
you and you can copy away. So let's
Ah,
say I did not, let's say I went in here and I'm like, I don't really like this one. So then what I do is I just screenshot, like this, and then I paste it over here. And I'll say, or you could direct it to say for this gift or whatever. Um, can you make this whatever I want it to do? Like, I want, maybe I just want it to be a blog creator and I want to turn it into a chat. I could tell it, can you make this one a blog generator where the user enters a blog topic and then the AI creates a SEO blog for them. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. And then, and let's say I wanted to change all the icons to green. I just tell it, please change all icons to green. Or here's an image. Can you please add this image here?
So is it better
So
to ask all your stuff in one chat?
you can, if you're really trying to save on credits. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. Like, you're going to start this and you're going to be like, okay, I have to pay for this because I need more credits. Now, this is a crazy, insane plan that I'm on because I was working on a very large project, which I'd love to share with you in a minute. But, um, you know, you can see the tiers that they give you. And there's ways to implement more credits by sharing and whatnot. And I was in discuss mode, so I don't know if you saw how quickly that popped back, but it's like, oh, that's an interesting pivot. Um, and it didn't understand what I was saying. It says that that would change your functionality. We'd have to do some other things here. And I'm going to say, please do it for only, please do this for only the day 7 gift.
So if you were not in that whatever mode you just said, it would have made the changes and then possibly messed the whole thing up if it followed what, yeah.
Yes, however, there is also a button because this has happened multiple times for me where I'm like, ew, what just happened? I don't like that at all. So you can come in here and I haven't had enough chats with it, but you can click here, revert this, and it will go back to that last mode. And the benefit of that is if you changed something and it messed up functionality or did something that you didn't like, you can just undo it basically.
Does it give you back your credits?
That I don't know.
I've heard of one of them that did that. That's why I was like, "Ooh, is that this one?"
Right.
I've been researching more than one, so I can't keep track of.
And I will say too, if it makes a mistake, there is a functionality to click revert resolve with AI. It'll appear down here in the right hand corner. Sometimes that happens too. Now, this one that we built is not super reliant on asking AI to do something. This particular gift now, this is. So we'll say holiday gift guide for
And
entrepreneurs.
you're just testing this, right?
Yeah, I'm just seeing like what is it going to make? But
Does does that cost you credits to test it, what you're doing right now?
no. So this is kind of like a playground. If you think of
Okay.
it like I'm
Like
going
a
to play,
sandbox.
yeah, sandbox. I'm going to play. I'm going to test some things out, utilize it, and then if I like it, then that's where my next step will come in. Over here, I'll publish it.
Okay.
I mean, not bad. That's pretty dang cool. So if anyone
Yeah.
does blogging and you want to make yourself a little blogger, there you go. And so
What you
right,
created,
go.
just to use it. Is it just to use it for that one day? Like you're giving them a free 12-day thing and then it's like that's it?
I mean, honestly, I don't know because I just made that up on the fly. But yes, I'm thinking this could be a tool that they might use a lot, right? Because it's got good
Well,
stuff.
well, I'm thinking two ways, right? Because my brain is always about making money too. Is yeah, you could have it as a hey, they can only use it that one time, just on that one day, where they get to test it out for free, and that's their little 12 days of Christmas fun. And then if you want to purchase this, then it becomes a tool that they have with all of these amazing things in it for a monthly
One
subscription.
hundred percent. Let me show you one that I just made. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I was like, okay, what's an idea I could come up with?
That was so cool.
So I did this one. And in theory, what it is it would be for contractors and people who are working out in the field and they don't have time to really make a lot of social media posts, right? So what they're going to do is snap a photo of a job that they've done, and then they would come to this app that we would call snap to post. And they would create from a photo. They're going to grab one photo and upload it. And then it's going to create a social media post for them.
And do you put a framework behind that for them? Because obviously you would know what type of a post works versus, hey, look at this cool picture. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. So you program a little on the back end to say, okay, these are what viral photos
Hook
are going to
value, hook value
Yes,
CTA content.
right.
Okay. That's brilliant.
I was trying to see if I had a picture of I thought I had one of a quick pool or something that I could show you, but I'm not finding it quickly. But anyway, they upload a photo here and then it creates a quick little post, right?
Could you upload any photo and it would still work? Like take one of those photos that you were gonna go put in there, even if it wasn't a pool. What if they put a random photo that wasn't a landscaping picture?
Right. It will do it. Is that
Okay.
amazing or what?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm being difficult, but now I'm like, I have to show you. So hold on. Sorry.
Oh, because it's a website.
Here we
I
go.
love it.
Okay. Now I lost my tab. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. Okay, so this I put like my back end information. I was a pool person, and so then um I want to be a social caption and for a Google business post, and then it will generate content. So in thinking about like the AI features, that stuff that you would load into the background. Okay,
Dog
bless,
walkers.
bless this. It was Dog Walkers was the company that I made for this. So that's why it's like, okay, your dog's gonna have a perfect time at the pool today.
That is hilarious.
I love it.
So
So
the owner that has this app installed, they input their information so then they can use it and it's always going to be around that type of a business. So in essence, you couldn't just you throw any picture in there, it's only going to put up the social media to the information that you put in as the user then.
right.
Okay,
Like
cool.
so like here you uploaded your business profile, your information.
Okay.
It was Dog Walkers Unite. And so
That's awesome.
yeah. So the sky is the limit. Like you think about your own business, like what would you want another app that I did was for a client who she is a marketing, she's an agency and she wanted to create a tool that would allow marketers or small business owners really to be able to come in and have a marketing suite, but not have to pay a social media manager, right?
Right.
So this tool that we built together has where you upload your company details, all your information, and then you can have an analytics team that analyzes on the back end with AI. It analyzes your website, it analyzes your social media, it analyzes just really everything. And so this is an example of one that is like, remember, start small. Remember how I said that at the beginning? This is like times X because there's so much put into it. Um,
Can I ask you a question about the last one on how much you would charge on the one with the contractors? Like
yeah,
when you create something like that, how much would you charge them? Is it a monthly reoccurring fee? And what
yes,
would that look like for us that are creating them for people?
yes. And so that is where I went down that rabbit hole. I'm sorry. You had asked, how do we get this to people? And so again, it's like a landing page. They see what the power is, and then they can buy from you. Or if you want to let them try it for free, you can tell the AI the user gets 5 free tries, and then it's going to pop up with a screen that says, "Okay, now purchase."
What
So
would that landscaper or that dog walker, whatever you called it, upload a picture one? What's a good price point for that on a monthly basis?
I think it really just depends on, and I know this is like a totally random answer, but like Austin, what is Austin Armstrong?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
made one, the viral whatever.
Right.
And then
$5 a month.
yeah. So like I think you need to be thinking of like what's the value to them, and then do some market research a little bit. I know like there's things on Reddit where you can get online and see like what does that look like.
Okay.
Um,
Can I just ask, Angelina, did you build the Growth IQ Hub website? That's one
yes,
of my favorite sites that's come about recently. Like I've literally have it bookmarked.
you do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is
Oh, you better
so
put that in the link.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put that in the chat. Like it is such a cool website. And I'm like, is it the same? Like the logo looks the same. I can't believe you made it. That's pretty
Yes.
damn
Now, I
good.
did not make this website, but
Oh, okay.
Okay.
but okay, these images. Now we're going to be getting off task, and I know people keep leaving. So if this is not the direction of our workshop, but like these images were static images that she turned into videos that she put on her website. And then the concept behind the marketing suite. So the strategy team, these guys here, the analytics team, and then the
Mhm.
Hmm.
content team. Yeah. So each of those, this whole app is vibe coded, and it's a little version of that's crazy that you've heard of
That's
it. I'm so
pretty
excited.
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Oh my
Okay.
God, my brain is like I have so many GPT. Those are my icon. Those are my avatars too. I have the same exact one. We all learned from Jonathan Mass, I have a feeling.
Yes, we did. We sure did.
And
Yes, we
take the
did.
Jonathan and
GPTs and
Shannon.
make them into these. That's what he's teaching right now is how to do that. It just similar, but that's awesome. So sorry.
Yeah.
You're
No,
doing
it's
great.
okay.
You're doing great.
I know we're hopping all over the place. So I want to make sure. So just to go back and make sure we finish up. So now let's pretend we love our app. But before we do that, I do want to show you the back end. So on here it says dashboard. And this is where you can customize things. So you can customize your logo. You could customize what it says. Um, you do want to get into the settings a little bit because you want to make sure, that like this one is set to require a login to access. If you want to collect their email, and then if you want to have paid features, that will come in as well. And you'll have to program all that in. That doesn't happen naturally. Um, there are API keys here if you want it. I'm sorry, not here, but under secrets
Hmm.
somewhere. They moved everything around, didn't they? Yeah. So that's somewhere. Um, there's even, look at this. This is new. There's templates. So you could create your marketplace and list it in templates to start earning money.
In
Can
their
I ask?
marketplace?
Yes. And that's new. And I'm telling you, Base 44, in my opinion, is a very, very strong contender because they just acquired Wix for like an insane
Ooh.
amount of money, and
Oh.
they're not going anywhere. So
That's why they
it's
got those amazing templates because it makes sense is you're going to have those
Yeah.
web templates with like Wix has.
right.
Oh my God, this is like so
Imagine two
exciting.
in one. Uh,
Yeah.
Angelina, how easy was it for you to connect what you're building to the back end so that, you can start saving that information, especially if they need to log in, it'll be login and password, uh, the progress they have made, etc. So how easy was it for you to connect all of this to analytics, to the back end?
Yeah, so really it's just that conversation on the left-hand side and then kind of knowing a little bit. And I feel like all of you on here know a little bit enough to be knowing what you're looking at. But like here are my users. Okay, so I can see, oh, they opened the gifts. Now that set that up for me. But let's say I wanted to also monitor who's used the tools. Then you just say, for each user, what do you want to log for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the data piece. So this this is what it actually did for me. But if you had a framework that you wanted to set up, you could say, okay, um, like Rhonda, and I know Sandra, you're talking about like having custom GPTs already built. So like you could say, these are my GPT directions. I want you to embed them in here. And so it will save the kind of the frameworks on the back end. And
Yeah.
then when you're ready to publish, right here, there's just a little publish icon and it will give you a domain on its own. So you could use that, or you can click, there's a manage here. And I'm going to call this 12 days of marketing. I think that should work.
And if you want to have your custom domain, is that
Yep.
on a different tier, on one of their paid tiers to be able to do that? And it gives you X amount of domains available to you to use or
So
that you can put in?
you can just put in your domain. I don't know that you have to have a paid account to do that. Like
Okay,
I have done that.
got it.
Yeah. And then all you have to do is click publish. And then um, now if I share this link with you, and again, obviously I'm going to test it and make it cute or whatnot.
Right,
But and when I change it on the back end, it won't say holiday gifts. I'll say 12 days of holidays or whatever, you know.
right, right, right. Does it
And then
cost you credits for us to use it?
so that comes in and you could see your credits on this when you do this drop down here under Base44 under I want to say settings and I don't oh here it is. Okay, so monthly messages are the back and forth telling it what to do and then integration credits are the user using it and you get a ton of them.
Okay.
So you
Is
can
that on
see,
your plan that you on your elite plan that you get a ton of them?
yes,
And what's the elite plan cost per month?
it's $200. And I'm not going to stick with that because I don't need it. But for that other project I did, there was a lot of back and forth. And as Rhonda could attest to for her app, she's like, holy cow, I just bought out the whole base
So
44.
you basically do want to keep track of your integration credits usage when you start giving or selling your tools so that you've got the right plan for
Yes,
what you're producing.
yes, but you can also add your AI, your open AI key there if you have that as a developer. And then
It's
it'll
cheaper.
use your AI rather than this system.
Usually, isn't it? Gemini's pretty cheap. Pretty
Hmm.
cheap Gemini is, and
I
it's
think if you
now.
go
Go
if you
ahead.
go via open router, like you'll have loads of different like APIs from different companies that you can select from. It's called open router.
And
Uh,
I'll
okay,
be honest, I haven't really seen much.
kind of heard about Open Router. Um, good. If so, is that like okay? Like, say if there's one way we're doing it is we might be developing them for ourselves to sell or to give. Number one. Number two is we're making them for a client and we're gonna sell it.
Yep.
And now we want their AI, open AI key. Is that where you would want the open
Yes.
router, is what you're saying, Pavitra?
No, so if it is yours, yeah, you need the open router. But if you're building it for a client, then yes, you will need the client. But they can also, purchase their own the API from open router. It's a lot cheaper. There are loads of different, you can
Really?
do Gemini, you can or do OpenAI, you can do Claude. There are loads of them that you can
Is
pick
it
from.
free or do you have to pay for open router too?
No, no, no. So in Open Router, like I just put €5 credit. Yeah. And in that €5, like I have been using it for months. And it's connected to my website. I haven't seen the money dwindle down as much.
Okay. I'll have to look into it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of that being said, there are so many ways that you can use it, but I think you need to now put on your decision caps and decide one thing you're going to create. Okay. And so If you get stuck, I will say it is um, reach out and I'm happy to answer any questions. But also, I have done coaching sessions. I've worked with clients to really get the final pieces because there are steps that you'll get to that you may be like, okay, now I'm ready to integrate the paywall. There's the next step. So I'm happy to help anyone with that. I also want to invite all of you to be let's see, a part of my community. So there's a free Facebook group. If you're not in it already, I hope that you'll join. And then I also have a new program I'm kicking off called Amplify. If you are wanting to um, focus on like content creation and like just being around other entrepreneurs, and I'm going to do a free workshop and then Q&A every month. So just another thing. Oh my gosh, stop it, Sandra. That's funny. Yay.
Yeah, we need the link to your group.
Okay, let
And
me share that
and
with
if
you.
are you open to sharing what you put in to, so I want to create one of these as a freebie, and I want to do the thing where they can only open in one day at a time, just so they get a good vibe of what this
Yes,
is, because this is a paid tool for sure, you know, be able to
yes.
have access to all of that stuff.
And also they can open whichever they want.
Yeah.
So, it's like, oh my God, if we go one, two, three, I think it becomes a bit monotonous. So open whichever you want. There's a surprise behind each of them.
Right. Oh, there you go. Just open one a day. I love it. Yes, I will put,
Yeah.
let me see if I can, if the whole prompt will fit here. I don't think that it will.
Oh no, they probably
No, it,
won't on
it will
here.
not. It will not. Um, but how about if I,
Is there a way that what are we getting with this training? Is there a link that you're going to be sending an email? If it is that something that we
I
could get a
will,
document with it?
I'll pop it.
Angie, you can create a Google Doc
Yeah.
and then share it.
I will do that. I will put it and I will email it to you as soon as we're finished.
You know how like Jonathan Matt, if you take any of his classes, how he does
Yes.
his Google Docs for each of his classes?
Well, I tried to really one up Jonathan and I made that app. Okay. So I'm going to put it in the app and then you're going to have access to it right now. And we don't even have to send anything. So
Angelina, I
yes,
I know that you said you had an affiliate link,
yes.
but in one of the emails when I registered, since it said we would be using Base 44, I created an account prior to it, so I didn't click on the link, but I would still like you to get credit.
Oh, that's so
So
sweet of
I
you.
don't know how to do that because if I had known, then I would have just
Yeah, I
waited.
think I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Somebody shared their link in something else, and I heard about Base 44, and then I heard about you, and I'm like, "Ooh, I need to take that training."
I love
Yeah.
it. No worries. I don't know how we could get credit, but I will ask them. I'll send them an
Okay.
email. How about that? And
Okay.
so then I'm going to make a tab on so look at how easy this is. I'll just share my screen. This will be our last little thing here. And now we want to say, okay, I'm going to say create a page called 12 Days of Marketing. Um, And add this text for our example project.
And we have access to what you're showing us right now, this build-a-thon.
Yes, that was in the chat. Did you grab that yet?
I think I did. Let me go look now. There's so many things.
I know I can't keep track of all of mine either. Here we go.
Um, oh, that's the Facebook group. Let's see here.
I just pasted it there, Sandra.
Yeah, I did find it. I do have it open. I had it open on a different page where the Black Friday Blitz studio was. Um, Angelina,
Yes.
you did fantastic job today.
Oh, thank
It
you.
was
You
brilliant.
really need to put something out there for us to do a testimonial for you.
Oh,
Because
that's so
this was free and this was worth charging for.
I
thank
Yeah.
totally,
you.
I totally agree. with that, Sandra. Yeah, this was wonderful. And I'm a part of
David
your
GPT.
Facebook group, but I'm not very active on your Facebook group. I know that we met through STK and Jonathan, but this was very valuable. And I was telling Rhonda in the chat, I don't even know how I saw the link about this, but it really
Susan.
intrigued me.
Susan did an
Oh,
email.
she
Susan did
did.
an
Suzanne
email.
did that.
Suzanne.
Thank you. I was trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. Suzanne, you're right. Okay, so that's how I heard about it, and it really intrigued me. But I agree with Sandra that this definitely could have been worth charging for, and I really do appreciate this a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm glad. And now I'll know that the next one I'll
Girl,
you
if you're putting a free GPT out there, you need to be charging for it.
yeah, that GPT is definitely not mine. However,
Yeah,
okay,
but your training is, even though she gave you access to use it, you could ask her, hey, I want to charge people to take my course. I
yes,
know that I'm getting this for free to share it with others. Is that okay if I'm charging, or do you want to split some?
yes,
Molly is great. She obviously trusts you and cares about you enough to give that to you to share with your people.
yes, for sure.
She's got to be
Okay,
smart.
now if you refresh your page on that app, look at how easy that was. On the What's Next tab,
Okay,
it
what's
should have down at the bottom 12 days of marketing. And there's your prompt.
let's see here.
You might need to refresh your page though.
There it is. 12 days. Holy cow. Okay, so that's the whole thing that you put in to the
That's
prompt.
it. Yep.
And
Wait,
that was
I
the
can't find it.
original prompt, right? That
Yes.
so any other changes we want to make to it, we would use that
Yep.
a- that GPT to say, okay, this is the original prompt. We want to make this change, that change. Oh
Yep.
my God, this is like so exciting. I can't wait.
What next? Where is this link? Why can't I find it?
Under
Um,
Build-a-thon, right on the very end where it says what's next, you have to refresh it. Mine didn't show
Oh,
up
what
until
next? Oh, got it. Thank
Now,
you.
if you ever would like to do any partnerships, because it sounds like a lot of us are in similar spaces, so feel free to share in the Facebook group anything that you want. And then also, if you ever want me to come and share with your groups, I love teaching and I'll help you to co-teach a class, whatever.
That would be super.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 300 people in my group. I'm excited to actually put out a vibe coded app so that I can
Yes.
start saying, hey guys. And of course, I got to find a way to, how do we do this? To make a little
Absolutely.
money inside the community in my school group.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
so
thank you,
welcome.
Angie.
I appreciate you and let me know if you need anything.
Have a great
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving. Can't wait to
You
get
all
the,
Thank you,
have
Angel,
fun
the training.
playing.
Angelina.
Have fun playing.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye.
Okay.
This
Thank
was
you.
Also,
amazing.
prior to me hopping off, I didn't know you were a former principal. I was a public school educator for 20 years, and I
Oh
was
my
a
gosh.
classroom teacher. I had leadership roles, and I ended in HR. So yeah,
Okay.
that's a part of my
What
background.
connections? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that is so
Uh-huh.
amazing. I love
Exactly.
it.
Me too.
Thank you
So
for
we'll
sharing.
have
It
to
was so
talk.
nice to
Yeah.
finally meet you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.